Hello, friends. Welcome to Studio Classroom on the Air. My name is Anne-Marie, and I hope you are ready to learn something new today.
Well, I am. My name is Gabe, and we have a great lesson today. We're going to learn about focus.
Focus. What comes to your mind when you think of someone who is focused, friends?
I usually think of concentration or drive.
I think of paying attention, like being able to listen or do just one thing and not be distracted by anything else.
That reminds me of something a parent or teacher would say. Pay attention!
Well, sometimes it's hard to pay attention and stay focused. I know it is for me sometimes, which is one reason I'm excited for this lesson. It's called These 5 Simple Habits Will Help You Stay Focused.
In this lesson, we're going to learn some easy habits we can develop to increase our focus in work or school.
If you have a problem with concentration, this lesson is for you. Let's get right into it.
These 5 simple habits will help you stay focused. Finding it hard to concentrate these days? Here's how to get back on track. Are you having a hard time staying focused on work? Some simple techniques can make a big difference. Psychologist Tracy Stein explains in a recent Psychology Today post. 1. Take care of your physical needs. Of course, the most basic foundation for focusing is to take good care of yourself, Stein writes. This means getting regular exercise. A few minutes a day of meditation will also enhance your ability to stay focused. Beyond that, make sure you're getting good nutrition, which supports brain function. Most of all, get plenty of sleep. When you're tired, it's much harder to focus on anything.
Hello everyone, welcome to Language Lab. I'm Jack. 今天先来看名词 meditation， 意思是冥想、默想。例如 Many say that meditation helps them feel peaceful. 很多人说冥想能帮助他们内心感到平静。或者 After 3 years of study and meditation, Paul wrote a book about his philosophy of life. Paul 研究和默想3年后，把自己的人生哲学写成一本书。另外 meditation 的动词是 meditate， 重音在第一音节。譬如Many people meditate to help them feel peaceful. 很多人用默想来帮助他们感到平静。再来看下一个名词 nutrition， 意思是营养。例如 Proper nutrition involves eating a wide variety of fruit and vegetables. 适当的营养需要吃各式各样的水果和蔬菜。或者Physical activity combined with good nutrition help people maintain a healthy weight. 身体上的活动加上好的营养，有助于维持健康的体重。再举个例子 One important factor that influences growth in children is good nutrition. 影响孩童成长的重要因素是良好的营养。All right, let's get back to our teachers.
All right, friends, are you ready to learn about how to be more focused and concentrated in your life? I know I am. Let's get right into it. Finding it hard to concentrate these days? Here's how to get back on track.
Now, hold on a second. That sentence perhaps should have started with the words are you, right? Are you finding it hard to concentrate these
Well,
days?
those words are understood.
Okay, it's one of those sentences where we have understood words, but they're not actually part of the sentence. It's okay. So, are you finding it hard to concentrate these days? Here's how to get back on track.
Get back on track. Now, that's a good phrase. What does that mean?
Okay, well, the word track It makes me think of a railroad track or a train track. That may be where this phrase came from. Okay, so you can imagine a train track going in a specific direction. That is the train's goal, right? Well, sometimes in some situations, a train might go off the track or go somewhere else. That's what happens in our lives too. Our thoughts get off track and we become distracted, not focused. Now we need to get back on track and be focused and get back towards our goal.
Ah, good point. Here's a question for you students. Did you make any New Year's resolutions this year?
No. Oh, was that for everybody else?
I was asking our friends.
Oh, right.
Because now it's March, so maybe you've forgotten to follow some of those.
Yeah.
Right now is a good time to get back on track.
Yeah, maybe you've gotten off track. Now you can get back on track. Anne-Marie, have you ever heard the word derail?
Yeah, I have heard that before. That's a related phrase.
Right, it is. And of course, it makes you think of the physical train that could go off its tracks, but we also use it to talk about the situation where you get distracted or go off topic. If you're giving a speech and you go off topic, you might get derailed and you have to get back on track. But let's get back to our lesson.
Are you having a hard time staying focused at work? Some simple techniques can make a big difference. Psychologist Tracy Stein explains in a recent Psychology Today post.
Psychology Today is probably the most famous psychology magazine and website out there. Well, here is what we see. Take care of your physical needs. Of course, the most basic foundation for focusing is to take good care of yourself. That is a basic foundational need. When we talk about the basic foundation for something, we're talking about the primary need or the main thing that is required.
So, for example, if you want to learn how to program a computer, just learning basic computer skills would be a basic foundation. You have to know how to do that first before you could actually program a computer. So just like here in our article, it says that you have to take good care of yourself if you want to have good focus. And our article goes on to say that this means getting regular exercise. A few minutes a day of meditation will also enhance your ability to stay focused.
So it's basically taking care of your physical needs, making sure that your body is okay. It kind of makes me think of a car. If you go for too long in your car or scooter and you don't change the oil, that's not going to be very good for your car or your vehicle, right? You need to maintain your vehicle so that it can work and function properly. It's the same thing with our bodies. This is a good point for me, Anne-Marie. Get regular exercise. All right, well, I'll see you later
No,
then.
not time right now. You've got to make that a habit in your daily schedule.
That's true. A habit is key.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right, well, let's talk about that word meditation for a minute that we saw in our text. I have heard that meditating has some different ideas and different connotations in different situations. Is that true?
Really does. In fact, the translator for our magazine wasn't exactly sure what word to use because there are so many different words you could use to translate this. It could make people think of religion. And it means something different in different religions. So for example, for a Buddhist, it might be resulting in calm, but resulting in having a calm but alert mind. But in Christianity, it could mean contemplating the Bible or what you read in the Bible or something like that. So it means something different for everybody.
It seems like in our article, the way it uses meditation is the idea of calming your mind or emptying your mind, making sure that your mind is relaxed.
Exactly. So everyone wants to feel relaxed. Well, we read on, beyond that, make sure you're getting good nutrition, which supports brain function. Most of all, get plenty of sleep. When you're tired, it's much harder to focus on anything.
All right, friends. Well, let's see if our teachers are ready to focus in our SC Challenge.
Yes. Well, friends, for today's SC Challenge, we are going to play Word Match, and let's see who's playing with us.
Hi, everyone. I get to play again today. My name's Andrea.
And my name is Daniel, and I'm also playing today.
Yes, you are. So, friends, maybe you'll learn something new with these new words that you learn. Now, all of these words appear in our lesson. The words are day, work, and sleep. But on my cards here, I've created new words with additional words. So for example, if the word is head, then you can add the word ache to become the single word headache, or out to become the two words head out. Andrea, we'll have you begin now, ladies first today, as usual. With the word day, do you want to guess what word I'm thinking of?
Daytime.
Daytime. Excellent. Great word, but no.
Oh.
Daniel?
Daydream.
Daydream. Yes, when you're dreaming about something during the day, but that is not correct either. Another guess or a hint?
A hint, please, Gabe.
Okay, this is kind of like a vacation, but it's a really short vacation. Anybody want to guess? What's a vacation that you don't need more than 24 hours to do? That's called a... Daniel.
A day trip?
A day trip. His bell was first. That is correct. A short trip you can do or accomplish in one day. Okay, the next word is work. Good work so far, you guys. Daniel, do you want to have a guess? Work what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking.
Okay, Andrea, do you have a guess?
Work week.
Work week. Okay, how much work you have to accomplish in a week. That's not what I have on my card.
Can I move the word to the back at the end?
You mean the beginning?
Could I say homework?
No, it's not homework. Good try, though. Okay, but here's a hint. This is basically describing how much work you have to do. You're talking about your... Yes, Andrea?
Your workload.
Your workload is correct. You learned a new word just now, I hope, friends. Okay, the next word is sleep. Sleep what? Andrea, you can begin.
Sleep over?
Sleep over. No, it's not sleep over.
What is the word again?
Sleep.
Sleep. Sleepwalk.
Sleepwalk is correct. Yes. Friends, do you ever walk in your sleep? You are a sleepwalker, perhaps. Well, that makes Daniel our winner for today. Great job, both of you, and thank you, friends, for joining us for another SC Challenge.
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Studio Classroom. Anne-Marie, how are you so distracted right now? We were just talking about staying focused.
Well, I didn't get enough sleep last night. Now it's really catching up with me.
That was the first point from our lesson today. Have you forgotten already?
Well, last night was last night. I didn't learn about the tip until today.
Right. Very good point. Well, maybe it's not too late for you to use the next tip we're going to talk about. So let's find out what it is.
These 5 simple habits will help you stay focused. 2. Plan for your escape behaviors. Stein defines them as those things you do to alleviate the stress or boredom that crops up whenever you have to work on a specific task or assignment. They include mindless snacking, checking your email, checking social media, or suddenly getting very sleepy. If you're liable to get sleepy, try switching to a standing desk for a while. Have tea or water on hand because sleepiness is often dehydration in disguise. Prepare a healthy snack to keep by your desk. If you're tempted to read email or check social media, anticipate that by turning off notifications.
OK， 我们来看 alleviate 这个动词，意思是缓解、减轻。譬如说 ，school lunch programs are set up to help alleviate hunger in children。学校里午餐的设计是为了能缓解孩子们的饥饿感。或者 ，this painkiller should help to alleviate your backache in no time。这种止痛药应该能迅速帮你缓解你的背痛。再举一个例子 City councils around the country are looking at ways to alleviate homelessness. 国内各个市议会都在研究方法来缓解游民无家可归的问题。最后来看 liable 这个形容词，意思是可能会发生的，后面要加介系词 to。例如 If you go for a walk today, you are liable to slip and fall because it's so icy outside. 如果今天出去散步，你很可能会滑倒，因为外头地上结冰了。Hikers are liable to be attacked by bears in the mountains by the Black Sea. 在黑海附近山上爬山的人很可能会遭到熊的攻击。再举个例子 You are liable to get sick if you eat at that restaurant. 如果你在那家餐厅吃饭，很可能会生病。Okay, let's get back to our teachers.
Thank you so much, Jack. And friends, let's look at tip number 2 for helping us stay focused. Plan for your escape behaviors.
Yeah. Anne-Marie prevented me from escaping earlier. I was
did.
going to go exercise.
Not time to escape.
That's not the kind of escape behaviors we're talking
No,
about.
not
right?
at all.
Not time to escape. Okay, well, Stein defines them as those things that you do to alleviate the stress or boredom that crops up whenever you have to work on a specific task or assignment. And that is so true. When you have to work on something that might be routine and it doesn't take a whole lot of mental energy sometimes, then you could get bored. That boredom crops up. Now, the meaning of that word crops up is that it kind of came in unexpected.
Well, let's look at some of these escape behaviors that our article lists. Mindless snacking, checking your email, checking social media, or suddenly getting very sleepy. I have to say, out of all of these escape behaviors, the one I am guilty of the most is mindless snacking.
Oh, not checking your social media?
No, snacks. It's all about snacks for me.
It's all about the snacks.
Yep.
Do you like to just eat tub after tub of ice cream?
I like salty snacks better. So
Okay.
I like potato chips, cheesy chips.
Do you always have some salty snacks next to your computer at your desk?
I do. I have to be careful that I don't get crumbs in the keyboard sometimes.
All right. Anne-Marie might be guilty of mindless snapping. When you do something in a mindless way, you're not even thinking about what you're doing. It's just become a habit, right? That is mindless snacking. What are some other things we might do mindlessly? Well, for me, scrolling through my Facebook feed. It's like I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just, okay, this is just what I've gotten used to doing with my thumb and my smartphone.
Are you trying to escape again right now?
No, I don't have time to escape right now.
Okay, well, let's keep reading. If you're liable to get sleepy, try switching to a standing desk for a while. Have tea or water on hand because sleepiness is often dehydration in disguise.
Okay, dehydration, that is when your body lacks water and you need it. But let's take a look at the phrase to have something on hand. That means it's accessible or actually within reach. It's ready for you to use if you need it.
I like to have snacks on hand at all times. That's what I keep around.
I don't see any around you right now.
They're over there.
They're over there.
They're very close.
Not
They're
too
on
far.
hand.
That is definitely on hand. Okay, so have tea or water on hand. It could be dehydration in disguise. You're not sure it's dehydration, but it's actually your body just needing water. Well, we have more to learn about this tomorrow, but right now it's time for us to see what we can learn about boredom in the Info Cloud.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Info Cloud. Rex, are you ever bored?
Am I ever bored? Well, not very often. My life is pretty fast-paced these days, but I have some moments of boredom at times.
Well, have you ever heard that boredom can be good for you?
Actually, I have. Boredom can inspire new ideas and get you to be creative.
Yes. Now, if my kids say, Mom, I'm bored, I say, good. Now go and be creative. Being bored to tears or bored to death is good.
Bored to tears and bored to death. Tell us about these phrases.
Well, they're both idioms to talk about being very, very bored. When you are bored to tears, you are so bored that you almost want to cry. You can say, the movie was so terrible that I was bored to tears while watching it.
And being bored to death has the same meaning. You can say, Justin was bored to death at his old job, so he found a new job.
But if you find yourselves bored to tears or bored to death, remember it can be a good thing. Find a way to be creative and think of something new.
很多人不喜欢无聊的感觉，今天要跟大家介绍跟无聊有关的流行用语，像是 bored to death， 就像字面上的意思一样，无聊的快死了。Justin was bored to death at his old job. Justin 在以前的工作岗位上快要无聊死了。另外，你也可以用 bored to tears 来形容无聊。Bored to tears 就是无聊到眼泪都快流出来了。I was bored to tears watching that movie. 我看那部电影的时候，无聊的快哭了。其实 boredom 无聊对一个人来说是可以带来好处的，例如有短暂的时间，没有大量的资讯轰炸你，很多创意就在那种无聊、安静的时候产生。无聊的时候也可以为我们带来思考和反省的机会。这就是今天的 Info Cloud， 我们下次云端见。
Speaking of feeling bored, I thought it might be a good idea to revisit something we talked about earlier. Escape behaviors. Things we do to distract ourselves because we don't want to focus or we feel bored or lazy. Gabe, do you have any escape behaviors?
No, not that I can think of.
Are you sure?
Actually, no, I don't have any escape behaviors. Wait a minute. I like to play drums. I always play drums with my hands. Like if there's a table close by or even on my legs, sometimes in a conversation that I find boring.
Oh.
I might start to...
now I know.
No.
Okay,
No,
so if you
this
start drumming while we're talking,
this
now
never
I know.
No, this never happens with you, Anne-Marie. But yes, if I get bored or I'm just thinking about, sometimes I'll just think of a drum beat and I'll start tapping on my legs or even tapping with my feet or something like that. That's kind of a mindless escape behavior.
I think for me, YouTube is a big one.
Oh, YouTube.
If I want like a little break from work, I'll start watching YouTube videos. But then you watch one video and what happens?
Yeah.
They recommend another video.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're in a deep, dark hole of YouTube videos.
Don't we call that a rabbit trail?
A rabbit trail,
go down
yes.
a rabbit trail. You're not sure where that trail is going to lead.
Yep.
But you end up watching a lot of interesting things online.
You do, but you don't get a lot of work done. Well, friends, come back tomorrow and we will learn more about how we can avoid distraction and stay focused. We hope you'll join us right here on
Studio Classroom.